Hi guys, today I want to make great-grandmother's Art Nouveau earrings with you. And I have to warn you, I used Labrador silver for Ava Beads, but a lot of people get disappointed because they're damaged. They got like scratches on them, and but you know, because these are great-grandmother's earrings, I like the scratches. It will give you more of a vintage look to them. But if you don't like scratches, I suggest you get some other Ava beads. Hold on a minute, I'll show you. For instance, here I got white champagne, and these are absolutely scratch-free. Now, it might be because of, you know, those Labrador silvers were the first ones that were made. So they probably adjusted everything a little bit. I got some pink ones here, and they're also completely scratch-free. They're white lilac luster, and let me see what else I got. Oh, here I got some Aztec gold. So those are also scratch-free. And I got lava red, also scratch-free. I got jade picasso, they're also scratch-free. So, I don't know why, but for instance, when I got the pastel bordeaux, they do have scratches on them. Okay, so I got metallic gold, also scratch-free. And here I got metallic violet, and they're not scratch-free. They got scratches on them. So here is the, I don't know what they're called again. I'll look that up online. They also have scratches. So if you want scratches, because you want to make something vintage looking, here's vintage copper, completely scratch-free. Here is metallic sea blue, also completely scratch-free. One is broken, but that's my fault. And then the rest of them. So I got most of the colors, and basically the pastel ones are scratchy, but the metallic ones seem to be okay. So if you want to make sure you get the right ones, then I should say go for the metallic ones, go for the Picasso ones, white luster, you know, anything shiny, or the Aztec gold. They probably have a silver, matte silver, that's also scratch-free, but I haven't gotten them yet, so that will have to wait until next time. I'm trying to get all the colors to see which one are good and which one need to be used for vintage jewelry, because, you know, with the vintage jewelry, I don't mind the scratches. I actually enjoy the scratches because it looks really vintage because it's got scratches on it. Silly me. Okay, but so yeah, I just don't want you guys to be disappointed. So make sure you get your right Ava beads. If you want a little bit scratchy, then I suggest you go for these silver ones to make it look real vintage. Okay, it's a very easy project. Oh, one more thing before we get started. I used to have a part on Patreon where it said, when I reach $150, those that help me reach $150 will get a free set of earrings or bracelet or whatever I made. But, you know, I have been trying to contact the people that helped me reach that point. I took it out since then because that point has been reached. But I only managed to get my message through to one person. I only got response, and that was the very first person. I think I messaged 5 or 6 after that, but nobody is responding. So, but you know, they're still donating. I also noticed that my videos, even though I have like 70 plus patrons, there's only like 7 views or 10 views maximum on the videos. So here's my thought. If you watch this and you want some free earrings, or some free bracelets, whatever I put up for you, that you want to choose from, then put your name underneath this video and I will work down the list. I will send out one a month because it's not going to be paid with Patreon money. Or I will send out one every 4 weeks because I get paid every 4 weeks. It's not going to get paid with Patreon money. I want you guys to put your name underneath it if you would like a freebie. And I will set up something where you can actually choose what you want. And put your name underneath this video and I will write down all your names. And in the order they are added, I will send you registered the item that you required. Okay, so if you want a freebie, then put your name underneath the video. So that said, we're now going to move on to the next part, which is where we actually get started with beading. You need about a meter worth of, and that's I think 3.28 feet. You don't need too much. It doesn't have to be too long. Of regular Fireline. I am actually not able to get my 13 millimeters anymore, so we're going to be back to 0.15 millimeters, which is the 0.006 in Fireline, the regular stuff that you get on your small rolls. Also, I do suggest, however, you buy your Fireline, you get 110 meters, and it's way cheaper than Beadsmith stuff. So if you got like fishing store in your neighborhood, just hop on in there. Okay, this is a double needle project, so you need to put your needles on both ends of the thread. Don't forget to run it through wax. I already did that. And we're going to start with, we got left needle, right needle. So on the right needle, I'm going to add 5 gray 15-0 seed beads and 1 pewter. Okay, so I got the complete material list for you underneath the video. I'm going to pull that down a little bit on my thread. I'm going to take my left needle and I'm going to just pick up that pewter. Okay, and now I'm going to pick up the ends of my thread. And I'm just going to pull that so that make sure that I got my threads in the middle. Just pull that to the end. And that's your loop for your ear hook. Now we're going to add 4 pewter seed beads on both needles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. I'm going to pull those down. I'm going to get my first Ava bead. That's not scratchy enough. That's a little bit more scratchy. There you go. And I'm going to go into my Ava bead with my right needle to the right side and with my left needle into the left side. Okay, I'm going to pull that tight. And here you got the loop for your ear hook. Okay, now I understand that these are 3mm rondelles. Not everybody has them. Just see if you have another kind of 3mm rondelle. You know, like for instance, these kind of rondelles. I think they're about the same wide. Or you can add an 8/0 seed bead in between. Or you can just do the side here with seed beads. You can do the side beads with bicones. If you don't have what I'm using, then I just say replace it with whatever will fit. Okay, so I'm going to add on my needle 1 11/0 silver plated, not that one, that's too thin, silver plated seed bead. So this is sterling silver plated, and then a pearl. I'm going to add my rondelle, Swarovski Rondelle. I'm going to go add another pearl, and I'm going to add another 11/0 sterling silver, and I'm going to go into the Ava bead. This is the right side, so I'm going into the right side right here. And you want to make sure that that's tight, but that doesn't get broken. So pull that up a little bit. Make sure that those seed beads are against the Ava bead, so they're not on top of your 15-0 seed beads right here. Okay, so make sure that it's underneath and it's against the Ava bead. Then we're going to turn that around and we're going to do that again, and we're going to pick up an 11-0, a pearl, and we're going to pick up another rondelle and another pearl and another 11-0. And we're going to go into the other side of that Ava bead. Okay, now we're going to move forwards, and left needle is always left needle, right needle is always right needle, depending on which way you're connecting. So we're going to pick up another 11-0 seed bead. We're going to pick up a pearl with the right needle. And we're going to pick up an 11-0 seed bead with the left needle. Okay, so pull that down, pull that 11-0 down, and the pearl, and then you cross your needle into the pearl right there. Now we're going to pick up 2 pearls on the right needle. And we're going to pick up 1 pearl on the left needle. Pull that down. And then we're going to cross into the second pearl with our needle. There we go. And now you can turn that around so that that's up again. And we're going to pick up a 15-0 pewter with our right needle, a bicone 3 millimeters with our right needle, and another pewter. And with our left needle, we're going to pick up a pewter and a bicone. And now we're going to pick up that last seed bead right here, and we're going to cross in there. And then this is basically your right angle weave, right? So then we're going to pick up a bicone on both needles and a pewter on both needles. It's always fun to do this with left, not? Okay. And we're going to pick up that top pearl right here. So now right needle becomes left needle, and left needle becomes right needle. Okay, so put your bicones on top of there, on the pearls. Right, now we're going to just turn that around, because that's easier. Right needle goes into the pearl, and into the top pearl. Then the left needle also goes into the pearl on the side and into that top pearl. Gotta be careful you don't pick up that seed bead. I just, of course, did. Okay. Next, we're going to pick up on both needles 2 gray 15-0 seed beads and 2 O beads. So I've got 15-0 and O bead. Now if you don't have an O bead, just use an 11-0, so that will be okay. And then we're going to go into the Ava bead, and the right needle goes into the right side of the Ava bead, and the left needle goes into the left side of the Ava bead. And sometimes you got to twiggle it around. There we go. Okay, now we're on the back side, so I want to go back to the front side. There we go. And now we're going to do 5 gray on both needles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray. I'm going to go into the bottom of the Ava. 5 gray on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then into that side, and don't pick up any seed beads there. Right there. Okay, now we're going to pick up a pewter, a pearl on the right side, pewter, pearl. So that's 2 pewter and 2 pearls on the right side, and 1 pewter, pearl, pewter on the left side. Pewter, pearl, pewter. Pull that down. Pull the other one down. And we're going to cross through the last one on the thread right there. Okay. Now that we got that done, we need 3 gray on the right side, 2 gray on the other side, and then we're going to go into that gray on the other side into the same direction. So we're going to go down like we did with the other one. Just pull that tight. Next, we need our pearl and our bead cap. And, you know, this is a 5mm bead cap. It won't fit, so what we do is we make it fit. These bead caps have open sides, so all you have to do is basically push that on. And I'm going to push that on hard by pushing it down on the table. And now you can see that that bead cap won't fall off anymore either. So I'm going to go into the bead cap and the pearl. And the other needle also goes into the bead cap and the pearl. I'm going to pull your threads tight. Make sure that you're not stuck between any of the ends of the bead cap. And then we're going to pick up a pewter on the right side, whichever you desire to be right now, because they're both coming out in the same direction. And we're going to cross in that with our left needle. So it's basically a right angle weave project, isn't it? And then we're going to go back into the pearl and up the middle gray. And since this is the left needle, we're going into the left side. I might as well pick that up. It doesn't really matter because you're both coming out on top again, but you might as well do this. Now you're saying like you're on the left, right? So, and this one is the, I'm sorry, this is the right needle and this is the left needle. Left needle also goes in and into that middle gray. And we're just going to go up on the left side here. And then you will see there is a little bit of thread. So we're just going to cross in that pearl. And then the other needle goes into that pearl also. And if all is correct, when you pull this, everything will be tight. Okay. Now we're going to work our threads away. I'm going to go up the pearl, the pewter, pearl pewter, into the Ava and up the 5 gray. And this will tighten up your bottom part, and that's necessary because the pearl is heavy, so it will drag down a little bit. And then we're going to go into the Ava, into the Opaque, the gray, and the pearl. Right there. Then we're going to do the other one. This is on the left side. pewter, pearl, pewter. Into the Ava. Be careful you don't pick up that pewter. Up the 5 seed beads gray. Into the Ava. The O bead. And the gray. And this is where your threads are meeting up. Look at my doggy snoring in the background again. She always falls asleep when I'm beading. I mean, making videos. I'm going to double knot it now. I'm going to take my thread and pull it through my pearl. And this is easier to show you on the back. Into the pearl, into the middle pearl, and then you can take that needle off. So this one also goes up into the pearl side and then out of the other side, and then we're going to cut off our threads, and that's basically all there is to it. And these were supposed to be for a beaten button, but they changed their rules a little bit. I now have to send stuff to them, and I really didn't like that idea. I'd rather have them recreate my design that I sent them a PDF file from. Okay, and now you just put your ear hook up there. This is the front where your bicons are, so make sure you put your ear hook on the right side, and then you just close that up. Be careful you don't break those seed beads on the top, or you can start all over again. And here we have great-grandmother's wedding earrings. Can you imagine her wearing those? Great-grandmother? Because this is Art Nouveau, this is 1800s. So, yeah, that definitely. Well, I never knew my great-grandmother, but these look awesome anyway. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, if she would have worn earrings and she had the money, these would be them. So you can make them, of course, in every color, but these are definitely made to do wedding or prom. I think wedding. And, you know, if you want, you can actually make a necklace of them. Just skip the part where you add the 5 pewters and the hoop, and just kind of go in here and, you know, with. So that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed them. For next time, I got my mind set on a bracelet again, but I'm still working on designing that, so I'm not sure if that's going to work in time or not. But I hope you enjoyed these, and I will see you back next month. Don't forget to put your name underneath the video if you would like a freebie, and then I will make that list with all those names. And when I contact you, please make sure you read your personal messages on Patreon, okay? The PDF file is attached, so don't forget to download that, and I will see you guys next month. Bye!